If you take a look through there, you'll see they've got they're like rangefinder. See the little lines on there?
Yeah.
That's important because
That's
if you get
cool.
So you have to have a known kind of scale. Like if you know a tree off in the distance would be 30 feet high compared to the tree and where it is, this animal's going to be this long or that high.
They're awesome. Kevin, what happens when a pet goes missing on a family and they place a call to you?
The first thing we do is put them at ease. Most of them think if their pet's gone 3 days or even less, they're never going to see it again. So that's the first thing we dispel. Most of the people say that first 5 minutes on the phone is most important thing to them because it changes their whole outlook. They're not worried about, a coyote's got my dog's going to freeze, my dog's going to starve. We dispel a lot of that.
You end up resourcing the caller and then giving them practical information on what to actually do.
Exactly. Then we go through the process of getting information from them. And then that's when we get into the profile work. And, if we think tracking's necessary, then we'll tell them, try to set something up with them. They can get their adrenaline down. They can start functioning again as a person, and also it gives them a better idea how they should be looking for their pet, because you can't help a pet if you can't help yourself. That's the way we look at it.
What's the typical behavior? What do? Do they go in a certain direction? Is there a time frame? Are they looking for water?
Dogs and cats, both of them, 90% of them go to the east when they take off. I think it just keeps them on a straight line so they don't double back or keep going in circles like a missing person would. But 90% of them will do that. And if they get startled, they have a tendency to go north. It's not a 100% thing. Like I'd never tell people, spend all your time to the east. But if you don't know where the dog went, concentrate. And then they follow the path of least resistance usually. And it depends on what their motivation is. If they're a friendly dog, they're usually found pretty quick anyway. They're more likely to walk down the sidewalk saying hello to everybody. But most dogs don't do that. As you know, when they go missing, their personality changes. So they're going to look for places that are out of the way. And that's what freaks owners out. Their dog will be seen a lot the first day. And then after that, there's no sightings. They always assume, or most times, something happened to it. But that's not the case. It's just they've learned to lay low, or they know at nighttime there's not as many people roaming around.
Is there a mindset when an animal's on the run?
They basically consider themselves missing as soon as they're in a place they shouldn't be. So if you've got an indoor dog, never goes outside, and somebody leaves the door open, and it runs across the street, and 2 minutes later you say, where'd he go? And oh, there he is. He'll probably look at you over his shoulder and just walk away. Because as soon as they think as soon as they're in a place they shouldn't be, they figure they're missing. It's a good thing. Nature tells them, okay, you're not a spoiled domestic dog anymore. You're a wild animal. Act that way. And part of that is not going near people. Also, because of psychological things that happen, they get tunnel vision. So it might take them a while to recognize you. In other words, they shut down every sense that they don't need to survive. All they got to see is to find food, tunnel vision, avoid predators. Their smell may even increase, but they're not looking for your smell. They're looking for smells of danger. And their hearing, same thing. Their hearing might even cut down a bit if they don't need it that much. So what will end up happening is when the switch, as I put it, goes off, it happens instantaneous. People say, well, my dog go feral, it's been out there for 3 or 4 days. I tell them it went feral 3 or 4 seconds after it went out that door. It's a total mindset that just changes in their mind, and that's what confuses owners. That's where they chase their dog, and they figure, why isn't my dog coming to me? The dog, we figure only 3%, maybe 5% at the most, of dogs will come to their owner if they see it, even if it's 2 minutes later right across the street. Most of them won't. So that's important to keep in mind.
Cool.